If you're visiting Taiwan, this is the one-day itinerary you need. This day has got everything. You've got views, you've got very interesting views. You've got markets, you've got street food, you've got an authentic halal restaurant in Taipei to end the day with the owner that has got stories for days. The first stop is Yehliu Geopark. This is about a half an hour drive away from Taipei City, and it is located in the north coast of Taiwan. And as you drive towards it, you will see by the scenery, you can see that you're moving away from the city and you're moving into a more natural setting with a lot of water and greenery. The Yehliu Geopark is a landscape of honeycomb and mushroom rocks that have been eroded by the sea. Natural formations, well-known natural formations that have been given names, very unique names based on how they look, based on their shapes, which includes the Queen's Head, which is the most famous one, and you've got some others like the Dragon's Head as well. As you can see, this is a very popular tourist destination. We came on a normal weekday and it was absolutely packed. There were loads of people out here on holiday. They looked like they were just enjoying the scenery. The weather was amazing. To be fair, this was December in Taiwan, so don't expect heat. As you can see, everyone's got a coat on, everyone's got a jacket on. We're near the sea, so it's going to naturally be cold. Look at the view, just take in the view. Seeing water after a number of days being spent in the city was definitely something enjoyable for us. In a strange way, this kind of felt like being back home again, back home in England. You've got water, you've got cold weather, it's crisp, and there's a lot of greenery in the air as well. Definitely felt like being back home. Honestly, I couldn't get enough of the views. I had to continuously take videos, continuously take pictures. And while I show you these clips, let me just mention here how we were taken care of, how well we were taken care of. We were accompanied by Halal Taiwan. They drove us there, and when we arrived, Yehliu Geopark really looked after us. They gave us a personal guide, a personal tour guide, who I will mention and talk about in a bit. And he looked after us. There was even a guy from the Yehliu Geopark media team, I think. He was taking pictures of us, and they really looked after us. They treated us like celebrities, even though I'm a small quote-unquote influencer. Anyway, here is why we're here. These are the natural rock formations that you see here. Each of them, they have been naturally formed, right? Naturally formed, and it's nature's wonder, right? It's so fascinating to see. And right here is our lovely tour guide explaining all of these formations to us, how they were formed, how they were named. And this tour guide, let me tell you, he was absolutely a gem, an absolute gem. He made the whole tour the experience that it was. He's a volunteer here. He doesn't even get paid. He's a retired geography teacher. And let me tell you, he was moving around the place, faster than any of us, even though respectfully he was probably more than double our age, and he was as fit as ever. As you can see here in the distance where he's got that beige gilet on, he's moving around fast from one spot to the other, fit as you can imagine. It was lovely to see, and he's an absolute gem of a man. Here we see from the media team, a gentleman from Yehliu Geopark taking pictures of us. Seriously, it felt like we were celebrities. I could probably give you a lot of the information, a lot of the interesting facts that this lovely tour guide gave to us, but I think I'll leave that for you and your tour. However, I will give you one thing. Yehliu Geopark, how did it get its name? It got its name because, interestingly enough, back in the day when Spanish sailors were navigating through the waters of Taiwan, they called the treacherous waters and jagged coastline Punto Diablos, or Devil's Cape. The dangerous currents caused frequent shipwrecks, leading the explorers to give it the fearful name. This Spanish phrase was then phonetically transformed by the locals of Taiwan, and then it led to and it transformed linguistically from Diablos or Punto Diablos into the current name, which is Yehliu. But trust me, the actual tour, the full tour that he gave us was full of gems, full of jokes. He was actually a very humorous guy as well. He kind of dropped information that was not only engaging, but it was funny at times. It was very informational, It was a lot of information to take, but very interesting, very fun. He made the whole trip. Like, just look at him. Look at him go. Look at him go. A lovely man. And I definitely hope on your visit, when you do visit, you can get him as a tour guide. If not, I'm sure they will provide you with someone who is going to be equally amazing. Next up, we're going to Jiufen. Jiufen is famous for its market street food, but here, as you can see, Jiufen is a mountain town, and as you can see from the glorious views over here, it is a wonderful scene, wonderful sight. Anyway, what it's most famous for is this street over here, the Old Street in Jiufen, and there are loads of street food stalls, loads of halal options. Unfortunately, I didn't get any clips on my DJI on about the halal food. However, I will direct you to my Instagram page and TikTok page for a full series, a full selection of what you can try out there. Next up, we've got a very interesting location, which is the Shifen Old Street, a scenic town where there is this Pingxi railway line, and on the railway line, it's an active railway line, by the way, active railway line, but in between the trains coming, there is a bit of a gap, and in that gap, what you can do is light up these lanterns. Islamically, this probably isn't permissible, because actually what you do is you write on the lanterns, you make a wish, right, and then you blow it. Islamically, we don't believe in that. If we want a wish, if we want something, we will ask God, we will ask Allah directly. However, this is the ritual here, this is the culture here, this is the tradition here, this is what they do. This was interesting to see, I guess. Definitely something interesting to witness. And then finally, to end the night, we ended up in Kunming Islamic Restaurant in Taipei. This is a authentic Chinese restaurant with Burmese influence as well, because the owner, Yehliu Geopark, who is a gem of a man, an absolute gem of a man, is originally, or he was born in Burma with Chinese ethnicity, going back to Yunnan, and his mother was specifically from Kunming, therefore the name of the restaurant. The menu is amazing. As you can see from these banknotes, there's a lot of history here. These are banknotes that have been left by visitors that have visited this restaurant. This restaurant is one of the oldest halal restaurants in Taiwan, in Taipei. And you can see that from the notes that are available here, including some very, very rare notes that I showed you previously. There's a wide selection of food. We got a wide selection of food as well to try out. It was lovely to eat. The food was amazing. Don't get me wrong. The food was absolutely delicious. However, if you're coming here, you really need to come here for Mr. Yehliu Geopark, the owner. He is an absolute gem of a man, as I mentioned. He has got stories for days. And the best thing is, he's got it all documented. Speak to him for a bit. He'll bring out his little book. In that book, he's documented his life story, his kids' life stories. He's documented the Islamic history in China. For example, the common Islamic Chinese surname Ma goes back to names like Mahmud and Mas'ud. Amazing man. Amazing day.